I love staring at that Red 5 graphic.
Mm-hmm.
And we are live, and without any pomps and circumstance, we just wanted to kind of hang out here and talk about that thing that we got going.
Yeah.
And what I should have done is brought in, I guess, so you had a really great idea to try to get some fans and followers kind of engaged in some of our crazy, wacky Red 5 stuff. But it's obviously it's a lot more than Red 5. I'm going to look for that graphic just so I can put it up. But why don't you explain to us what we're trying to do, and then I'll pop in that graphic as soon as I find it. But
Okay.
it's such a great idea. Go ahead and tell
So
people what we're talking about.
we're basically just looking at doing a sort of movie awards show. I mean, we've got some categories that are going to be, we wanted some of them to feel very specific to us and who we are, but just kind of your general movie trivia, movie awards show or TV awards, kind of all mashed into one. And the idea was to just continue to build our community and foster community involvement with a project. I vote in the Dragon Awards for Dragon Con every year. I'm voting in the Hugo Awards for the first time this year. And those things are big community building things on a large scale. And so just kind of for now on something of a smaller scale, I thought that it would be something that would be a lot of fun to do to, again, like our Red 5 meetup last night, where we had a lot of people from the network on, and we had a lot of great people hanging out in the chat, and a chance to kind of do something like that, but a little more focused. And
I think that's a great idea. And you did talk a little bit about having a lot of people that not only follow us, but just some friends that we've made, and kind of have them, become a little bit more engaged in what we're doing. So how is that going to work? And let's back up a little bit. What are we calling that?
the show, the awards,
Yeah.
the Parsec Fan Awards.
All right. Great name. So I know I've already gotten some people in the chat talking about or asking me how it's going to work. And I know you just posted a couple things, which is really cool. I got to put this graphic up. But give us a little kind of a workaround on how it's going to work, because I think it's such a great idea.
Okay, for starters, we're going to go through a round of nominations to fill out the field. So I sent out I've got a sheet that I can send out to anyone who wants it. You can check out, the account is at Parsec Fan Awards on Twitter, and we have a Gmail account, the Parsec Awards at gmail.com. And so if you want to participate, reach out at either of those places, or you can reach out to any Red 5 member, should be able to tell you where to go. And because they'll all have this available. And as far as nominations, I'll tally those by hand. I'll just go through whoever sends in nominations and sort all of those out. But we want everybody to participate, because we need a good pool of nominees to get people involved and wanting to vote.
So fantastic idea. So one of the questions that I had from folks that are in the Red 5 chat, let alone people that are kind of asking me that are outside the network, how is this going to work as far as, like, how far back do we go? Is it like the best of all time, or just this year?
Okay, so the idea is for this to be a yearly thing. And so I think what I ended up deciding to post for the timeline for this go round, normally you would do a year. We've kind of decided to shoot for something Labor Day-ish for our show. Now, we may decide after this year that we want to move it to a different time of the year, but for this year, that's what we're going with. And so the nominations, because last year was such a weird year, I decided to go all the way back to January 1st of 2020, and then we'll move and then work up to the end of July for this year. So you got roughly a year and a half of time to pull stuff from. I would like to, and if this works, and if we go forward and do it again next year, maybe we do pull in a couple of all-time categories.
That's cool. That's cool. And I know we talked a bit about some of the categories that we are thinking of. There's some folks that have added some really good ones.
Yep.
What are can we tell folks like what type of categories we're thinking about and what?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can run you off the categories real quick.
Okay.
Let me pull that list up and get it in front of me. I have too much stuff on this computer.
Yeah. And then, we should also tell people how they will be able to vote or nominate. And I put up on screen, go follow Parsec Fan Awards on Twitter. If you guys are on Twitter and have not seen, us kind of retweet that account, go follow Parsec Fan Awards on Twitter and, stay tuned for more news. We'll be putting some information up there as as this process moves along. But
yeah, well, so currently we have, as it sits for this year, we have 15 categories. Most of them are very straightforward. Again, we're going back to January of 2020 through the end of July of this year.
Okay.
And although I might have to redo that sheet because I see I typed the date wrong. So we have best movie, best series, best new series, best fight scene,
Awesome.
best Star Wars book / comic, best new original work of science fiction or fantasy. That's something that can fall into any category. That can be a completely original concept on film, book, comic, just something that's something new to the world of science fiction or fantasy. And of course, the ideas for all of these categories, we've got best movie, but this is all to fall into the category of science fiction, fantasy, and adventure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We've got best score or soundtrack. We've got best use of CGI in animation in live action.
Okay.
Best video game or video game expansion. Best animated movie. Best web series or fan film.
Oh, nice.
Best animated series or short. Best toy or collector's item.
Very good.
And then we've got one that we're calling off the beaten path. It's best small budget project or indie film or series.
Awesome. And I'm really interested in this because I really want people to kind of think outside the box. We're obviously geared towards, the MCU and Star Wars and, all the big names, but really are a lot. And I see Shanti in the chat. As someone that loves movies like me and Shanti and a lot of our friends, there are a lot of independent, fantasy sci-fi-ish movies that don't get enough recognition.
Absolutely.
And I know we've seen, quite a few. But I think this would be a great way to have, oops, he just popped off. But this would be a really great way for us to really kind of feature them. Let's see, Andrew's back. Hold on a second here. Oops. But you guys are getting a little bit of a storm down there, aren't you?
Us? No, we actually haven't had rain in about a month.
Oh, okay.
But we had one final category that I'm calling the as a big The Office fan in honor of the Dundies. We have the Ready Award. Now this is one that is going to go to an actor or director who has gone above and beyond as an ambassador for their for their brand.
Brand, yeah.
I think of people like Peter Mayhew when I think of
Right.
that.
Yeah. Fantastic. I think that'll also give us an opportunity to kind of think about some of the good things that a lot of the actors and directors are doing, not only for their brand, but just, for fans in general.
Right.
There's a term, fan ambassador, that is being thrown around, with folks like Ashley Eckstein. I mean, they're doing some great stuff. What's her name? Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She does a lot of, community, grassroots type of things.
Yeah.
So all that sort of thing, I think would be great to besides, I love Star Wars, and I'm going to give this, episode an award. It's really great to be able to think about some of the other things that are not so in the public eye that that sci-fi people are doing as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm excited about it. And of course, if this works, then next year we can expand and include new categories, and this thing can just keep growing.
Yeah. So Charles has a question. So the first step is to collect nominations for each category, then to make a final ballot to vote on.
Yeah. So I hope to have a final ballot, or a final. Yeah, I hope to be able to have a ballot out there by. Let's see. Let me look at the date. By the 25th or 26th of August, I hope to have enough nominations in to actually put together a ballot.
Okay.
And as far as voting, I think I've got a tool. I think I have found a tool that's going to allow me to actually put a way of voting, a poll out there with everything on it that will allow not just for that to be there plugged into the website, plugged into my website. I think it'll be something that all of anybody that's participating can share. And all the voting will, everything will tally in one place.
That's perfect. Yeah, so we want to make it easier for folks. We can't take these red fivers anywhere. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we're talking about trying to get as many people that follow, all of our accounts, and then we've made friends with so many people. We got Cam, we got Nicole, we got Nick, we got everybody that really interacts with a lot of us, really to get engaged and think about some of the stuff that we're asking as far as the categories. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And what else?
Well, I think one of the benefits of doing this, because I do this when I vote in the Dragon Awards every year, is I end up getting a pretty cool list of stuff to go check out.
Okay.
When I read that nomination list the first time, there's a lot of times where I'm like, well, there's a lot of stuff on here I haven't read or watched. And it gives me a pretty cool list of stuff to go dig through and watch. And so I think that's one of the great things about this. I think it can really be a good tool as far as just, if you're into science fiction and fantasy and maybe finding those things you missed.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think there's a lot out there. Besides the big tentpole projects, the MCUs and the Star Wars of the world. I think it'll give us a great opportunity to kind of expand our horizons when it comes to this franchise.
Right.
Again, that's just a great idea. And I think one of the biggest reasons or one of the biggest advantages of something like this is really just to get a lot of our friends online, just to get them engaged, talking to us and getting to know us as well. I know we did the live stream last night, and that was a lot of fun. We went for over 2 hours just to get to know some of the newer Red 5 members, but this really gives us an opportunity to, I guess, solidify that type of relationship. We want to be able to, continue to grow and just have fun with everybody.
Absolutely.
So at the end, okay, so there's the process of doing nominations. We'll be able to put that out, whether on the Parsec Fan Awards, the Red 5 Account Award, the account. And once that's tallied, people will be able to vote on the said categories. Is that correct?
Correct. So hopefully by August 26th, we'll actually put the poll up. That should give us, we haven't set an actual date for the event yet. So we'll be looking to do that either right at the end of the month or right at sometime very early September. So that'll give everybody at least, probably 10 days to vote on a final ballot.
Cool. So, and I want to say, whoops, what happened to? I want to say, Chantel, get your sequin dress ready because it's going to be a little bit of a gala event. We'll put something together that's a lot of fun to watch and folks to participate. So that's awesome. The Parsec Fan Awards, great idea. I think it'll be awesome. What else? What else? Any other items left to discuss as far as?
I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
There's nothing too fancy with the nomination category. I've got a list. However people want to send those, at least either note what category they're for when you send it, or or number it, or something so that I know which category your nominations are supposed to go into. But I mean, if this works out, hopefully by next year I'll be able to figure out a little bit better way to handle the nominations.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, that's cool. So yeah, like I said, we'll make it easy for people to vote and nominate, and it should be a lot of fun. Parsec Fan Awards. Any other final thoughts? I guess again, this is such a great idea, and it should be a lot of fun.
yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to it as our big thing is the community, growing the community, and I think this could be a lot of fun for the community to engage.
Excellent. All right. Sounds good. Andrew, thank you very much. We wanted to get on here live and talk about the Parsec Fan Awards. Please go follow Parsec Fan Awards, and we'll be dropping some information as we progress, as the progress rolls on this fun little thing that we're doing. Awesome. What do you guys have in the can coming up?
Well, Marisha and I are going to sit down and record a new Coruscant Radio Underground this afternoon.
Oh, nice.
So finally getting back onto that, I've got a kind of a catching up with what everybody's been doing episode of the Science Fictionary that will come out Monday. And I've got 2 episodes of the Padawan Report in the can, and we'll drop both of those this week.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And here at the beaches of Scarif, eagerly awaiting for when Brad comes back. I know he posted something. I don't know how he's posting, carrier pigeon or secret government airwaves, but I saw some stuff that he just posted recently. I want to have all 3 of us on and maybe team up with you guys in the very near future. But we just dropped a Joker episode that is doing really well. People seem to like the Joker, and I'm really happy about it. But we have a show that's coming up. We are recording about. We have a new Twitter friend, and she's really interested in the old Universal movie monsters. So we're going to talk about that.
Okay, yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to talk. We're going to record on Thursday, I think, and see how that goes. That should be a fun show. But sounds good. Final thoughts, Andrew?
No, I'm just I'm excited about moving forward with it and seeing how it works out, and I really hope everybody will get involved.
Absolutely. Follow Parsec Fan Awards for more details as we get them, and then give everybody else a follow at the Red 5 Network. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. Keep us real, guys. Talk to you guys later. This is Ro from the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast and the Red 5 Network. Andrew, take care. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks. You too.